And away we go in the theater room. Everybody, anybody, the special somebodies, cuties and the spookies, cutie nation, spooky nation. You guys let me know, but the cuties and the spookies. My girl, Double D, Deborah, she's a cutie, definitely. She's not the biggest fan of the spooky stuff. She'll do it, but not the biggest fan of the spooky stuff. But check her out, Deborah does. Deborah does. Check out Deborah Does' channel. You know, we gotta represent. Gotta represent. So anybody that subscribes got something to do. Like, come on, man. Let's do it. Let's do it. You know, new movies are out, so the cuties gotta shout. The cuties gotta shout. Super Troopers 3, Super Troopers 3, that's what we talking about. Okay, here we go. This is easy, guys. 2.75 out of 5 for me. I really had a lot of fun with this. I enjoyed this. This one is going to run a little bit long, but you already got, you got the review already right there. We're going to get a little bit more into the movie, but also just a couple of the things I want to talk about. But so we're almost at it, but you can stream this one. Again, it's R-rated, it's comedy. I want to support that, I want to get out. But again, the biggest thing is your guys' time, your guys' money. That's what I want to look out for the most. And I do think you can stream this. If you are a big fan of Broken Lizard and the other Super Troopers movies, this is number 2. So I would do the original. That just hit me right. Again, we'll get more into it, but the original, this one, number 3, and then number 2. So if you are a big fan of these guys and into kind of raunchy comedy, R-rated comedy, definitely go in the theater, check it out. But if you're more, if it's like kind of a so-so thing like that, or you like comedy, but you're not necessarily into these guys, or maybe you just like the first one, again, maybe give it a shot. If you are into these guys, definitely go see it in the theater. If you're into these guys and into like the raunchy comedy and you like their stuff, but otherwise you can definitely stream it, you guys. You can, but we want to represent R-rated comedies. We need R-rated comedies. You know, you guys know. I'll just keep going and on and talking about that. But R-rated stuff, I love it. I love it. We need it, and we need those comedies, and I want them in theaters. I just don't know if this is the one, but it's definitely given a push. Had a lot of fun, guys. Had a lot of fun. Okay, so we'll get a little bit more into it. Like we said, we already talked about the cuties and the spookies. You guys tell me what you want. I think there's room for both. I think I talked about that last one on the Ice Cream Man. So speaking of that, holy smokes, you guys heard, like when we were talking about Spider-Man, Deborah and I, she was going off on me talking about how hard I am. Oh my gosh, dude, there were people like giving it almost like a 0, a 0.5. I had fun with it. I was actually okay with the Ice Cream Man, but that's why I love this, because again, like I know, there are millions. Again, I want to be number 1. You guys know, I want to be the biggest in the world, and there's more than just obviously, hopefully the passion and the love will come through, and that'll be the main reason. But you guys, even if you can't jump on that reason, I told you, if the platform gets big enough, I'm going to do good and I'm going to help. We'll keep talking more about that, and I can go on and on and on about that every other video and things like that, but we want to talk about movies. But again, that's just why I love this, and the fact that even though that there is a million of people that are doing reviews and stuff like this, we've all got different opinions, and even if we give it the same score, which a lot of times we're not going to, that we're going to talk about different things. The different things will strike us and stuff like that. So like I said, I had fun with it. I think I gave it a 2.5. Again, I would say streaming, but you guys know me. I would like rocking the horror, representing the horror. So, but you need to be into that intense, and it is basically out there just for the kills and the gore. So if that's what you want, then you're gonna get all you can have with it, and I would say to check that out. But if you're more just, you want more story, you want more character, and it's just not about the kills and the gore, then wait for streaming. But again, support horror. We want to always just support horror and rock horror. I had a fun time with it, but again, I would say stream. So that was the Ice Cream Man, 2.5 out of 5. This one, again, I would lean towards stream, just because I know how valuable your time and money is to you guys. But again, like I said, if you are big fans of Broken Lizard, of the other Super Troopers and the other stuff, you know, like I really like Beer Fest. Okay, so we'll get more into that stuff. So so we got that, and we'll talk more about stuff, because I did want to get into a little bit about even just being a critic. I know this is really, really early and stuff, but if this gets, like I said, I've got dreams of another universe, another stratosphere. Remember, I was saying the Unistratus, or the Strativerse. I kept saying in that other one, that long one. But as for that, yes, please, you guys, please watch if you can. It's super, super long, but please watch the Can We Talk. It's all right there. It's all right there. I just want to do good. I want this platform to blow up and be the biggest, and I'm going to do a lot of good with that, more than just reviews. Again, all about fun and everything, but with that, like I said, if this gets even half as big as I want it to be, because I want it all. I want it all, you guys, but so I can give it back to you, so I can give it back. Like I'm not a greedy guy. And the reason I want so much is, again, I don't want power. I don't want power. I just want money, because I think money, I can help a lot of people. Anyways, but again, we can get way, way, way more into that and all that stuff. Anyways, but like, yeah, so being a critic, and again, we'll get into that. We'll get into that as it goes. And I mean, the numbers are so little. They're so tiny right now. But again, it just takes a day, you guys. You guys, if I get onto the right YouTuber, she shouts me out, you know, I mean, dude, we're blowing up. And again, the faster this happens, the faster I start giving back. The faster I start giving back, the bigger this gets. But anyways, let's talk about Super Troopers 3. It was fun. There's laughs out loud. Lots and lots of chuckles. And like I said, I went back and just happened to, the other night, watch the other two just to kind of refresh. Number one is still my top. It just, again, it like sometimes at a certain age, and when things come out and the mindset it struck me in all the right ways. So I really dig that. And like, dude, like the opening scene and so many lines of that I can just quote. So there probably is some nostalgia, you know, driven towards that. And like I said, I watched number two, and it just, I don't remember if I laughed out loud in number two. It was just once. There were definitely chuckles, and I enjoyed it. But this one, actually, times laughing out loud. And yes, I do think always, if you are in a setting, just like the same thing, like going and seeing a comedy live, I think is going to do more than seeing it at home. Well, dude, I've been on the floor in tears watching somebody stand-up special at my house. So I've been like that. So you can do it by yourself. You can geez Louise, you guys know I hate those. But you can also, like, when you're with other people, I think it does heighten it. And especially when you're seeing it there live. And you, like I said, I just always want to represent, and I'm always going to lean towards the positive. That's why I thought it was so funny about when Deborah was coming down on me for being so hard on Spider-Man, which, again, you guys, I could do a 2-hour thing myself on Spider-Man. I got so many thoughts about that movie, but you guys know, I want to be more of the not spoiler. Anyways, so about this one, like I said, there are laughs out loud, there are chuckles throughout. There was just a couple of things, that's why I can't give it the solid 3, because there was just a couple things that, you know, just weren't for me. And when sometimes, and this is not a spoiler, but there were some funnier moments in the outtakes throughout the trailers, and then this one happened at the very end, because I'm not a fan of staying till the end. Like, you guys, I am one, like, if you want something in your movie, put it in the freaking movie. If you want, because guys, theaters, the love is, like, I worked at a theater, okay? I worked at an AMC, I was an usher, all that stuff, and so I am one of those that's always thinking about, like, the workers and things like that. And it's like, dude, like, we're holding them up because they're trying to clean the theater and get it out. So I hate the end credit stuff. It's like, dude, just put it in the movie. And then once the credit comes up, that is for the crew. That is for the cast and crew, and for anybody to recognize those people. So especially, and I do think it is always well deserved, and it is something that is very, very special. And that's why you do need the credits. But that is for I do believe that's for the cast and crew, so they can all get recognized. And if anybody wants to stay, and that's totally cool. But I want to get out of there and let the ushers come in and do their thing, and get on to making the reviews and the content for you guys. Obviously. But yeah. So there were some really funny things in the outtakes, and then this one happened to be, I think, since it was the first night it actually got its theatrical release. Obviously, there's always stuff where people are seeing them at festivals and certain shows. Like, I've heard people talk about the South by Southwest and the Overlook for horror, it's like a horror film festival. So things like that, where they're going to show them before they get the main, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. The mainstream theatrical release. So they did a Q&A afterwards, and there were parts in that Q&A that were funnier than the movie. That it's like laughing out loud harder. So that's why I do 2.75 out of 5. I definitely stream it. It is funny, and it's R. It is R. There was again, this is another thing. I thought they could have gone harder in some of the stuff. Like, I did not Okay, this one hopefully, spoilers just in case, but that I know of, this is not a spoiler because this was in the trailer, but I didn't watch the trailer. I caught the first couple of what I do now is they just give away too much, you guys. They give away too much for me, and it's so crazy because this is a total 180 because I used to be the guy like, dude, I have to get there on time or before, and I have to see all the trailers. But this is before everything was, I wasn't seeing movies as much or as often, and it just wasn't out there as much. Or, I mean, maybe it was, but for some reason it didn't stick in my head as much. So I could go see the one at the movie, see the 2 to 5 minute one, and it was awesome for me. Now, it ruins the whole movie. Like, dude, I want that 30-second or less. I like anything over 30 seconds, dude. I cannot. You're giving me way too much. But for anybody that does enjoy it, because again, this is a 180. This is 180, and this started very recently, just when I started hammering out the movies. I know I'm talking so much, and now we're not even getting into the thing. But I'm just letting you know little things. Okay, so we were talking about. So I don't do the previews. So I didn't do the previews. So, but one of the scenes in this. Again, spoilers if you haven't seen, but I think this is right in the trailers. The mom is sucking out the poison out of the neck. I thought, because I closed my eyes and didn't watch, I thought she was like having to do it out of his penis. I thought she was, and there was plenty of dick and ball jokes in this stuff. So I thought they were gonna have like the grandma, and then, because Thorny's like, that's my mom, but it was just she's just sucking the poison out of his neck. Like, okay, I mean, what? All right. So again, I thought they could have gone harder. I mean, if you got the R, but they did say something about like Disney or like Warner Brothers and Paramount. So I'm sure they're trying to let him do R, but then they've got that kind of Disney stigma a little bit. But there are things you're gonna get to see some man butt and stuff like that. So, anyways, stream it, guys. Stream Super Troopers. Unless you're really into them, then yes, definitely get out there because we want more R-rated comedies to be made. We love the R-rated comedies. I do believe I can't. Oh, it sucks that I waited this long. But anybody that stayed with, I'm going to do it. So it'll be out there in the public to know that I keep repping it. Yes, Obsession. I'm still talking about it. I do believe it's out of theaters now. So now it's just Prime and Peacock. But if you can, you guys, again, for the bang for your buck. And again, I know it's going to hit everybody differently, but I will say with confidence, like, dude, this is one of the top movies of the year, not just horror and not just psychological thriller, but one of the top movies. So guys, check out Obsession. If it's in theaters, if you guys still see it, I'm just going to do it for the rest of the week. I may every now and then, but just for the rest of the week, any movies I see, I'm going to do another shout out for Obsession on that. So check that one out, guys, because it's just awesome. It's just awesome. It won't be everybody's favorite, but it's one of mine, so I have to keep repping it. Because, again, I'm going out and seeing all these things for you guys, and it's better. To me, it's better than all of them, so you know where I'm coming from. All right, you guys, until the next one, this was way long enough. We're going to get into a lot more stuff. Feel the passion, feel the love. Check out Can We Talk. It says it all right there. The bigger this gets, the sooner I help. The Cutie's just going to keep coming with the reviews for you guys. I love this. I hope you feel it. I hope this blasts off. And holy smokes, who knows what we can do. You guys, to my cuties and my spookies. You guys, you know what to do. What do? We always stay scary. Okay, until the next one, you guys. The Cutie's out.